Phil, Zabaks, welcome to the podcast studio. Welcome to Foxy Homestaging. Thanks for coming along.
Hey, it's been a while since we've caught up.
It's been many years, really.
2012, I think.
2012, we've gone back that far.
Yeah.
So, Phil and I used to play football, soccer together, eastern suburbs.
Yes.
It was good times.
Yeah, it was alright. That was my first year in Brisbane.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And now you just told me before we hit record that the knee's not so good anymore, though.
No, too many injuries. When you're passionate about something, you want to keep doing it no matter what. But you've also got to recognise when you move on and focus that competitive nature elsewhere.
Yeah, well, real estate.
I
suppose. I'm in a similar boat. My knees are giving out too.
Yeah.
All right. So when and how did you get into real estate?
Playing football back in Sydney.
Yeah.
Wanted to do that full time. Was talking to looking at lining up A-League clubs and trials, but I thought life after football I need to do something, but I need to study while I'm playing and training and working. So I thought I tried to buy a house. The experience was diabolical. Like the customer service, the way they interact with customers or talk to you as a buyer, there just wasn't any care or need. I was just treated like another number. It's really frustrating. So I thought, well, why can't nice people be in real estate? So I studied a course. Got qualified, had my injury, which prompted the move to Queensland, and that's when I started my real estate career.
Yeah, great. And so, and what year was that? 2012?
2012.
You're up here. So where are you now?
Raywhite Marsden.
Yep.
So the office is 18 months old. Last financial year we transacted over 150 properties. So we're Logan's fastest growing agency, which is really good. And
awesome.
11 agents on board, just opened our second office at Raywhite Beg Lake.
Yep.
Lots happening, it's really exciting.
How long have you been there for?
Been in the office for just on 18 months, but being in the role I'm in for just on 9 months.
Yeah. You touched on earlier why you got into the real estate game, those frustrations. So on the other side, what does it take to be a great real estate agent?
I think you've got to have a passion for it, you've got to enjoy people, and you've got to have that actual want to help someone with their journey. You can't treat it like a financial transaction. There's times when we talk to clients and you really need to advise them as much as you want the sale and you need to get paid. It might not be the right timing. Give him the honest advice of, I understand you need X to move, but the market is going to be at Y. What will you do if you can't get the money?
So people getting into the real estate game to just earn a quick dollar or it's probably not going to work out. Do you see that a lot?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a huge amount of people come into the industry and they want to do it. It looks easy. You turn up to an open home, you wear a nice suit or a nice outfit and you talk to people and sell. That's like the iceberg of what we do. The 9 to 5 and then the 5 to 9 is literally trying to build those relationships, find the properties, find the buyer, discuss the situation with the seller. Like you've really just got to be consistent and persistent. Yeah,
awesome. All right, so this particular podcast is about marketing and how the real estate industry, how people are using marketing media, social media to grow their business. So what's working for you right now in that space?
We're big on social.
Yeah.
Massive. So Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
A bit of LinkedIn. We've got 5,000 followers across all the platforms.
Oh, great.
I think I dare say 2 years ago, people loved the professional videos and the sharpness of it, and that is still appropriate in today's market, but people want to see the rawness of the unscripted. They want to see live posts, they want to see videos where people aren't always polished, their scripts might not be 100% delivered in the right way or executed the right way. That's it. People want us to know that behind what we do, that we've got a heartbeat.
We're people.
Absolutely. And social media, the way it is evolving, as regardless of what industry you're in, it's taken over our lives. It is taking over our lives. So there's times where we want to engage with people that we want to help them before they need help. We want to offer advice just to help them in their lives and make decisions. But also we're finding social is great for getting in touch with the people that we haven't met yet. So if we put a property online and give some advice, it might be a family friend that refers that onwards. Or we build that connection and bringing value to a business or an industry that, historically we don't have the best name.
Yeah, that's great. All right, so you said you were spending a bit of time on LinkedIn. Facebook and Instagram. Where do you find you maybe get the most traction?
Facebook, definitely.
Okay.
Each platform has a different age bracket and demographic.
Yeah.
People are talking about TikTok and Snapchat now. So we have to evolve. And the problem with technology, as we all know, is it's evolving quicker than the rest of us can keep up. So as an industry, that we always need to be at the forefront. We'll never catch that curve, but we need to be as close to it as possible. But Facebook's genuinely the demographic that are purchasing homes, selling homes, or want to do something in real estate.
Gotcha. So where are you looking? You mentioned those Snapchat and TikTok and things like that, and everything's always changing. How are you trying to? Are you just trying to keep it to the ground and then look? And if something seems to be working, are you looking to invest time and money into those things, or? Yeah,
absolutely. So it's a tricky one with real estate because you run your own business. So we need to invest back into the business as a whole. The agents and ourselves need to invest back to our individual business within an umbrella, such as Ray White. So looking at what works is that a post you put on Facebook is not going to, if you copy and paste and put it in Instagram, it's not going to have the same effect. And if you copy and paste that and put it in Snapchat, you're missing your audience. So we need to tweak the messages and deliver different messages through each platform.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you're saying this, and people know that social media works. I think most people know. What it comes down to is the time for a lot of people anyway. How do you suggest people who are busy in their business, in their life, like you this morning, you said you've already had 3 coffee meetings at work, and it's only 11:15. You're busy. How do you find the time, and how do you suggest others find the time?
Time management is big in no matter what you do. So, family, kids, sport, career, work. It's about allowing yourself time to do the things you need to do. I tell the team that if it's perception.
Yep.
Facebook, social media is perception. We all know it. You go on Instagram, you always see the happy snaps of people traveling and people going around the world, but with real estate, you want to show them the good times, but you want to show them the tough times as well.
Sure.
You just want to be real, genuine, raw and authentic.
Yep.
So for me, it's about, all right, team, what are we doing today? I'm going to go put a sold sticker up. Go and film 15 seconds of you putting a sold sticker on and how you actually put a sold sticker on. It sounds trivial and topical, but people just go, oh, that's how you put a sticker on. It's not as easy as you think.
Yeah.
But it's just setting aside some time of top of mind, what can I put on social media today to engage my audience?
Yeah. No, fantastic. All right, going back to 2009, if you could give yourself some advice in 2009, what would it be?
Oh boy. Keep learning. Do what you want to do, be passionate about it. Don't worry about what other people's perception of you is. I think, and especially in this day and age, we're so worried about how many likes we get, how many views we get on the video. I mean, Instagram have taken away the actual visual like button. I mean, the number of likes because people are worried about I need to put content up that gets more likes, or do I put content up that's genuine, raw, and real? And I think that's the world we live at the moment, that we're too worried about what other people think of us, and we want gratification from others. I'd say to myself, stay true to yourself, do what you want to do, enjoy it, have zero expectations of other people, because you just end up happier. Like, I'm a big fan of Gary Vee, and I watch a lot of his stuff, and he's just raw and real.
Us too at Foxy.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. But I would say to my younger self, getting into real estate, go and mirror someone that's done it for 2 years and successful. As much as you hate the idea of being a PA or shadowing someone, you have to learn somehow. Like an apprenticeship learns, or you go to uni to learn. Real estate was no different. I would go back and say, go and follow a high-performing agent for 2 years, do all the mundane tasks, so when you go out on your own, you don't have to worry about that because it's second nature.
Yeah, fantastic advice. And not just specific for real estate as well. I think any industry can follow that advice. All right, having a bit of a fun round.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm going to be filming a little bit as well. So we've got 10 suburbs here, somewhere. 10 suburbs.
Yeah.
I want you to list them 1 to 10, 1 being the best, 10 being obviously the least desirable, of where you would live on this side here. And while you're doing that, I'll be asking you some questions as well.
All right.
So feel free to start.
Let's start this.
Yep.
Is this a trick?
No tricks at all.
So where I'd like to live based on...
Just where you want to live. These are all Brisbane-based suburbs.
They are indeed.
And I'll get some footage of you doing that towards the end as well. For those podcast listeners, we are also doing a lot of filming here, so if you want to see the end results...
Oh, what about the judgment involved?
We love the judgment. We were talking authentic before, Phil. I want to see this authenticity come through. All right, while you're going there, where were you born?
Sydney.
Sydney?
Yeah, Sydney way originally.
I think I know the answer to this, maybe not. Favourite sport?
Football or soccer, of course.
Yep, okay.
Absolutely.
Do you have any hobbies outside of football and work?
Yeah, there used to be, being a male, I like playing video games, which is doesn't say
video games, yeah.
It's a mindless, equational based system, which I love.
Switching off?
Yeah.
Yep.
Outside of that, not really, no.
No? All right, so we're going to pause here for a second, fun round. So Phil has listed here, 1 to 10. Number 1, Bulimba. 2, Kangaroo Point. Paddington, Auchenflower, Taringa, Rochedale, Manly, Fairfield, North Lakes and Grange. Are you not liking that north side of Rizzy so much, mate?
I don't get the north and south thing because I'm from Sydney.
Fair enough.
Everyone likes to be... Well, I like the idea of the inner city suburb, the lifestyle, like the eateries. I mean, we're not Sydney, we're not Melbourne, so to find good atmosphere and eatery, we're a little bit more, I guess, limited choice.
Cool. All right, next one. Those same 10 suburbs, mix them back up for you.
Yeah.
On this side of the page, you got to say $1 million to invest.
Yeah. So
this is professionally speaking. Now you got to make some money. I won't give you a time frame on that investment, but basically, where would you invest in those 10 suburbs again? 1 to 10. So while you're doing that,
okay.
If you could have a superpower, Phil, what would it be?
I think I want to go back in time. Does that count?
That's a superpower. Time travel.
Yeah. I just want to go back in time again. I would love to start what I know now, especially football and life. I'd love to go back and reset and do it all again.
That'd be a good superpower. Time travel. What does Phil Zabaks eat for breakfast?
He actually doesn't eat much. He has a piccolo every morning.
Yeah.
I might have something very minor, like an up and go, maybe a piece of toast, but nothing too heavy because 15 years of training with football, I was like on the paddock at 7 in the morning and I just couldn't stomach it.
Yeah. So those habits have come across.
They have.
Fantastic. All right, so we'll finish up here. We've got Auchenflower number 1. Taringa number 2, Kangaroo Point in the city and Bulimba number 4, Paddington 5, Rochedale in at 6, Manly 7, it's pretty similar list there.
Yeah, it's very similar.
8, Grange and 9 and North Lakes down the bottom.
I don't know if $1 million would go too far in
some of those top
sides.
So there you have it. Thank you very much for playing that fun round, Phil. All right, we've got another bit of a game here, another fun game. Getting close to the end of the podcast. All right, here's your social platforms in front of you. Probably the main platforms here. We've got Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, as you mentioned, Instagram and LinkedIn. And then over here's a question mark. You have 10 chips here. These 10 chips represent your time and your money, basically, for the next 5 years. You have 10 chips that you need to invest, so you can line them up how you would like. You've only got 10. For the next 5 years. The question mark can represent the future platforms like TikTok, like you mentioned, or any others. Please feel free, go ahead and invest your 10 chips.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
This will be interesting.
This is a hard one. I was trying to think where I would invest my time and effort over the next 5 years. I like it. All right, talk us through it, Phil. You've got one in Twitter?
Yeah, one in Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter, while we're not involved with Twitter yet, it's I guess, snapshots or food bites of information.
Okay.
Given the character limit. Facebook being the massive platform that it is, I think that will continue to evolve, and unfortunately we're a part of it. And that it'll be interesting to see how Facebook evolves and how we stay relevant.
Yeah.
Obviously YouTube is heavily linked with Google, and people enjoy the video content. So it's more, I think YouTube is a great platform, but you get that video content through Facebook as well.
Yeah.
Snapchat, look, as much as you need to be on it, I don't see it as an investment, because I think that Snapchat is for the people that, preteens, teenagers. Yeah, sure, they will I don't think it's a demographic you can target.
Well, you've only got 10 chips, somewhere. Yep.
Instagram, again, people love just photos and hashtags. I think we've got a couple of leads through our Instagram. We've got leads directly through Facebook as well.
Yep.
And then LinkedIn, professional network, giving that people when they want to go and, I guess, especially decide on an agent to engage to sell their biggest asset. They want to know that you're approachable, you're professional, and that they can trust you to get them the best result.
Yep. Cool.
Future platforms, there's nothing in there because by the time, unless you're actually investing into future platforms to make money, I don't see it as something that we need to do as a business because it can soak up a lot of time.
Sure.
And if you dump so much time into a platform that's not going to work, let's focus on the ones that are gaining traction.
I like it. All right, for those listening to the podcast, we're going to wrap up there. So Phil, thanks very much for coming along. For the video watchers, we've got one more exercise which is outside the room. So Phil, let's go wrap this thing up. Okay. All right, Phil, this is the wrap up round. We have 5 chairs here. These 5 chairs basically are your choices. You've got to choose one chair, and I'll let you have a bit of a seat in each one. Now, what you're choosing it based on is, at the end of the day, it's your thinking chair, it's your reflecting chair. You want to sit down, and which chair do you see yourself basically sitting and reflecting at the end of the day? So I want you to have a seat.
All right, let's try these out.
Yeah. This is just what's available at our warehouse at the moment, so...
I think we need a cushion on this one.
Yep. Yep.
I've got too much space here. I'm not...
Okay, not liking it?
Nah, not liking this one. See, that's not too bad. I can quite easily ponder.
Okay.
Actually, that's not too bad either.
Decisions.
It's a bit more rigid, so it makes you maybe think a bit more.
Okay, I like that.
No, this one, the back's too low on this one. I got a bit, no.
And last one.
Yeah, it's all right, but the stiff back again. I'm thinking the middle one.
The middle one?
Yeah.
This one here, have another seat.
All right,
get the winner.
Let's go these two. Oh, let's go the other way.
Okay.
I can still cross my legs. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Some solid thinking being done on these chairs.
Nah, definitely this one.
This one?
Yeah.
It's a winner.
That's my
Excellent.
pick.
All right, Phil, Zabaks, thanks very much for coming in.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Cody.